Mark McBride. Thanks for coming in today. Two-year mayor in your history and a little bit on council.
Two-term mayor.
Two-term mayor, I should say. 8 years. 8 years
yeah.
as mayor and then a little bit on council. Why do you want to get back into the city council?
There's just issues that need to be addressed, and council isn't addressing the issue.
Of those issues, many would talk about the question of perception of security and policing. The stat's a little staggered because of the 14 or so million tourists combined with 30,000 year-round residents. Is the crime as bad as some of the stats say?
I believe it is. You know, public safety is the issue. You know, the week I filed for office again, you know, on 18th Avenue and Oak Street, there was a Domino's Domino's man was held at gunpoint and forced in the back of his car and told if he got up before they left, he'd be shot. You know, on that Sunday, there was a shooting across from Broadway at the beach. There was a murder. And then the next week, across from the Krispy Kreme, there was a shooting. That's not in the season. That's the season's over.
What's the solution to fight back on crime?
A police presence. You know, when I went out of office in 2005, January of 2006, we roughly had 200 officers. Today, we have 200 officers. And over the last 10 years, the growth at Market Common, the growth at the Marriott, Grand Dunes, all the oceanfront units, the increased density of residential housing throughout the city, we haven't grown with any kind of a police department. And I believe there's a tax-free way of putting on 100 additional officers and go from 200 officers to 300 officers. And we'd actually have, for the first time, patrolmen in neighborhoods.
For those who say we're having trouble recruiting enough officers, we need to pay them more, take better care of them. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then how do we fund that?
Well, there again, the local option sales tax, the 1% sales tax that council put in, that the lion's share, you'd still keep your property tax reductions. Yeah. But, you know, in the first 5 years, that produced $88.3 million. This year, it's a $20 million account. And my suggestion through the legislature, a couple changes in the law, a couple sentence changes to allow a 50-50 split, give $10 million for advertising, $10 million for public safety.
Do we lose the visitors that come, though, with less advertising? Do you think that's another accusation I've heard about? How do we make it work?
Well, good, bad, or indifferent, if we want to split hairs, you can take statistics and make anything. Yeah. But when you have website after website after website all over the country, y'all have consistently, year after year, talked about where we rank in crime. Yeah. That's being published everywhere. Sure. And that becomes the real reality.
Right.
You could hire 3,000 officers for Memorial Day, gain control, and actually be able to enforce the law at Memorial Day, have 100 year-round residents, and $1 million to give raises and no tax increase.
10 seconds. What do you want voters to know when they hit the polls?
I want Myrtle Beach to be safe again.
Okay. Mark McBride, we wish you and all the candidates the best of luck November 3rd. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.